I'm going to give you some secrets. So if you have negative items on your credit report, then you definitely want to pay attention, because I'm going to give you by far the fastest, literally the fastest method for removing them from your credit report, okay? And I've put it into a very, very, very simple 4-step process. Super simple way to remove negative items from your credit report. Number one, why would there be 48 to 68 million people with bad credit? And number two, why wouldn't that person who created that process have a luncheon with the president? Why wouldn't they be celebrated on Ellen? Why wouldn't you know about them? And why would you have found that process right here on YouTube? What there is a way to legally and permanently remove your negative items from your credit report. And today, I'm going to be giving you one of those secrets. How many times do you have to see verified before you say, wait, I'm going to stop, I'm going to do this the right way, or I'm going to take a little bit of time, invest into learning how to do this the right way, and then at that time, I'm going to dispute? Well, right now, you should be doing exactly that. Halting your process, learning the right way to do it, because it's not going to the CFPB before you ever dispute with the bureaus. It's not sending out some template that has nothing to do with the things that you're actually disputing. It's not disputing online and expecting that you're going to get different results than the other people who also disputed online and didn't get, results. Okay. What you're going to do is you are actually going to dispute with the bureaus first using a factual dispute. And if you don't know how to write a factual dispute, we're not going over that today. We do not have time, but I have 1,100 videos that do show you exactly how to do that, okay? So you're gonna write a factual dispute. Number two, you are going to also utilize the validation of debt process with both the creditors and the collectors. And a little bit of a caveat there. You're actually gonna wanna make sure that if you are disputing with let's just say the creditor, you want to make sure the actual data furnisher, the original people like Capital One, so on and so forth, right? You want to make sure that you are being very, very, very careful when you're utilizing that process. If you don't know how to be careful, then please do not use this. That is a very, very, very strong warning, okay? Now, before we move any further, if you have negative items, you don't know what to do, then you can use that link right there on your screen to schedule a call with me personally, and I will see if I can do it for you, if I can fix your credit, if I can increase your credit score. And I will also let you know that it's 100% for sure that I will do it faster than you. Okay, so not saying anything, I'm just saying, hey, look, everyone has this time bunch and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to do it the right way and you want to have it done faster than you could ever do it, because this is what I do, use that link. All right, so you want to make sure that you are not disputing something that is within the statute of limitations for the actual original creditor, okay? So please keep that in mind. Now, with the with the collection agency, you have to use kind of common sense for this. Do not use this process with the debt buyer, okay? So we're doing this with third-party collectors. I mean, you can, but it's my warning not to, okay? So you're going to use this with accounts that are outside the statute of limitations with the original creditor. You're going to use this for third-party collections or debt buyer collections that are debt buyer collections outside the statute of limitations, and third-party collections that are within the statute of limitations, okay? You will want to be cognizant or keeping aware of the balance, though. So if it's like a $40,000 balance, I might want to stay away from that one. So step number one, dispute factually with the credit bureaus. And again, make sure that you stay, because I'm going to show you exactly how to utilize this to remove your negative items, okay? Step number two is send that validation of debt over to the data furnisher, whether that is the creditor or the collector. Now, if you don't know where to access the entire series, then you can actually get it, and I'm going to give you the link right now. It is going to be sendme2.co/VOD. This is the entire debt validation letter series. There's 4 letters to the data furnisher, and there's 4 letters to the bureaus, okay? Letters to the bureaus are not going to be factual. These letters are actually going to be the unknown series. And I will go over that a little bit later in a different live or video, just to kind of refresh your memory about it. But we're keeping this very, very, very simple and straightforward. So you're using the validation of debt with them. You're using factual with the bureaus. So there's going to be a total of 30 days in between your disputes. So you're going to do 30 days here. So you're sending out your letter to the bureaus, wait 30 days, and then you're going to send out I'm going to give you two different methods for this. Send out your letter to letter 1 VOD to the data furnisher. Okay. Another way that you can do this is, there's actually 3 ways, but I don't want to confuse you. You can send these out about 4 days apart. So instead of waiting an additional 30 days, you can send out letters to either the data furnisher first or the bureaus first, and then 4 days later, send it out to the ones that you didn't send it to. All right. So now we are going to wait 30 days from the date that they received it. It's technically 31st day. So on that 31st day after they received it, you're going to go pull your credit report and you're going to look on the account where it says comments. If it's not here where there's supposed to be comments, then it's a violation. When I say it's not, I'm talking about the notice of dispute. So the notice of dispute is a requirement for any of these accounts to be on here within 30 days. They have 30 days to enter it. If it's not entered, then now they're in violation FCRA 623 for the creditors and the bureaus, and the collector is going to be FDCPA 8078. They all have to put this on here. Okay, now a little bit of a tip is you may actually want to dispute with the collector first because they are less likely to enter this required notice. However, I'm telling you, you can do it however you want to, sending out to the bureaus or the creditors first, because number one, they're already receiving way too many disputes, the bureaus. Number two, we're literally going into right now their busiest season. So they're going to ignore you anyways. They're not going to put it on there anyways. So if you want to dispute with the bureaus first, by all means, go ahead. But during the regular season, like non-holiday season, I would recommend disputing with the collector first, okay? So either the bureau or the data furnisher must enter that notice of dispute by the 31st day. Okay, it's technically 30, but you're going to get to that 31st day, pull a new credit report. If it's not there, now you're going to go and you're going to go to the next step, because now we have our violation. So there's a couple of things here. Number one, you are going to notify them that they did not enter this notice. You are going to screenshot the account. So this is a screenshot. It's going to show on the date, make sure that it shows the date for the credit report that you disputed it and it was not here. Now make sure it shows the date. Here's another screenshot. Today's date, 31st day, whatever, it's going to show it's also missing here. However, they received, and this is where you're going to put that signed proof that they got the letter, right? Here's the proof that you received it. Here's the proof that I sent it. Here's the proof that it's not there. Now this is a violation, and if you don't remove it, now I have to go to the next step. The next step, okay, and this is either step number 4 or 5, the next step is actually, because you have a paper trail, because you have proof, and because now they're going to ignore you, and maybe if they do remove it, then great, you don't have to do this. But if they don't, now you know exactly what to do after this. And now you can go to the CFPB. Normally, I tell you, don't do this. Don't go to the CFPB until after you've exhausted all your remedies. And you can actually do a little bit more before you actually go to the CFPB. That's why there's 4 letters in that validation of debt letter series, right? Because otherwise it would just be 1 letter, okay? So you can either go through that entire series, or you can go to the CFPB on this step once you have this proof. It's totally and completely up to you. I would personally go through the entire series, and then if it's, if the account's still on there, they're in violation, they didn't send the proof, and they didn't put the notice of dispute, now you have even more proof of that violation, and you can use this to get it taken off, okay? Remember, the CFPB is a government agency, so do not dispute with them, or not dispute, but submit a complaint frivolously. And this is also why I disagree with some of that false rhetoric out there that you can just go straight to the CFPB. That is not what we do. You're actually supposed to exhaust your remedies with the original agency that you have an issue with prior to ever doing that. Go look it up. Go look up the administrative definition of exhaustion of remedies, and you're going to see that specifically with the courts, and this is all under the same umbrella, the laws, that you actually have to go through this process before going there. But this is the first time that you can actually go and do that. So this can be used, again, to remove collections, charge-offs, repos, late payments, bankruptcy, anything, as long as it's not inquiries or was it child support. You can actually get access to my biggest secrets that give you way more than just this by using that link right there, getmysecrets.ask-kristen.com. Okay. Another thing is the biggest reason that we're going over this right now is very, very simple. Not only am I seeing so many consumers who are disputing the wrong way, but so many people who don't understand why these things are still on their credit report. Why am I disputing and they're not coming off? Why am I submitting these complaints and I'm being ignored? Why am I doing this and this is happening? Or, whatever it is. And the answer to this is because it's not easy. This is just not something that is given to you. It's not an obligation, to give these deletions to you. You know what I mean? Like, I personally would have to say, well, you know what? Kristen, you're absolutely right. There is no overnight process. Obviously, I probably wouldn't even be able to afford it if there were. And I do understand that there is a way to get negative items removed permanently. And if I do it this way, or a way that actually, is legitimate, then it gives me the best possible position to, remove them from my credit. So, number one, personal information dispute. Number two, factual dispute. Number three, data furniture dispute. Number four, hit them with a violation. Number five, send out the proof of that violation. Number six, if it is still on there, now you're going to go to the CFPB. After you create your CFPB complaint either by mail or on their website, keep a copy of it, and you're going to send a copy of that over to the credit bureaus. You're also going to send a copy of it over to whoever the data furnisher is, whether it's a collector or it's creditor or whatever. Okay, the original creditor. Okay. That is it. I don't want to start rambling because that's just what I do. But if you want to get the fastest deletions, yes, this is one of the fastest ways, but even faster is me doing it for you. So if you want to see if this is something that I can do for you, use that link right there. It's right there, my740.com. Schedule a call with me. I will see if I can do this for you. If I can't, I will give you some sort of resource or I will point you in the right direction. But that is it for today. It started snowing again, so I have to go out there and get to shoveling because I have a client coming in 10 minutes. So I'll see you later. Have a great day. Again, smash that like, subscribe if you haven't done so that you too can remove your negative items. And I will see you later. Bye.